All right, guys, what's up? I thought it'd be fun. I'm getting ready to switch over to Xbox for a little bit. I want to get a Series X so I can play Starfield. And I've been playing my PS4 for I had the PS3 and then I got onto the PS4. So I've been on PlayStation for about 10 years now. Before the PS3, I had the 360 for about 6 years. So I guess I'm gonna go back. I kind of skipped on the Xbox One. Was there anything in between the 360 and the Xbox One? I don't think so. I think Xbox One was equivalent with this, right? I don't know. Anyways, so I've been working on this profile for a pretty long time. Not really working on it, but this is what I've accrued over the last 10 years of gaming. Got quite a few PS4 games. I like this profile. I got a pretty cool profile going on. Let's go here. So these are all in order of when I unlock trophy. I don't know how this shit works. It doesn't matter. There's all my trophies though. I don't know if you guys can you guys hear me okay? Whatever. All right. So I got a PS3. It must have been 2013, the very end of 2013. Because I was unlocking. So Black Ops 2 was a big one. I played that a lot on my PS3. I spent a lot of time online. Can I mute this shit? Shut up. All right. So I spent a lot of time. I liked Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Ghosts was okay, but I think I just kind of played the single player version of that, and then I moved on. Big Metal Gear Solid fan. Metal Gear Solid's probably my second favorite. Metal Gear Solid is almost in line with Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil because it's like playing a movie, you know. The only BioShock game I played, I thought it was pretty cool. That's not true. I played BioShock 2, but I didn't really get into it. I played The Last of Us when it first came out, knocked my socks off, thought it was a really solid game. I think most of you have probably played Last of Us by now, or at least have heard of it. It's a really good game. Diablo 3, played the shit out. I almost fucking platinum Diablo 3. I was pretty close. I think I just needed to get to 5 million gold or something, and I just gave up. Or I moved on, you know. I played Ground Zeroes on the PS3. Really enjoyed Ground Zeroes. Played the shit out of it. Fun game. It's funny because this was kind of like a demo for Phantom Pain, but it's so good. Lords of Shadow 2. So I played the first Lords of Shadow on the 360, and I fucking love these games. These are great games. Both Lords of Shadow are awesome. They're great. Everybody's played Grand Theft Auto 5 by now. Still going. I played and beat this probably. So there's Christmas 2013. And I had it beat by, January 5th. So I probably played that quite a bit. I haven't bought another version of this game. I think my kids have this on the PS4, though. And, now it's coming out on everything. Whatever. They keep releasing the same game over and over again. Which it's a great game, so whatever, Pretty cool RPG, like an indie RPG. Two Worlds 2. I love Tales of Symphonia, one of my favorite RPGs. I had a lot of fun playing this. I don't think I beat that. The Evil Within, knocked my socks off. Pretty up there with Last of Us was probably my favorite PS3 game. But man, Evil Within was close. Pretty good. Altered Beast is great. I'm not a big South Park guy. I probably haven't watched South Park since I was in high school or even junior high. But this was fun. It was a pretty fun little RPG. I thought it was cute. Far Cry 3 was my first Far Cry. Loved it. Call of Juarez, classic. Golden Axe, classic. Actual classic. Blood Dragon was pretty cool. I did not like this game. The sequel to Tales of Symphonia, I think it originally came out on the Wii, was not very good. And I think I might have played this for like a night. I wish I had liked this game better because I love Saints Row. I liked Saints Row 2, and I really liked Saints Row 3. I don't know. By the time Saints Row 4 came out, I was kind of over it. Duke Nukem 3D is a classic. This was a pretty cool game. I beat this. I guess there's not a lot of trophies unless you do extra stuff, but I beat White Knight Chronicles. Terraria is pretty cool. Fucking loved this game. This is a first-person Walking Dead game where you play as Daryl. Fucking great, dude. So fun. And then loving Diablo 3. I got Reaper of Souls. Played the shit out of that. I played Diablo 3 a lot online. Diablo and Call of Duty 2 Black Ops I played a lot. Armored Core is great. That Mortal Kombat was pretty fun. We ended up playing that more on Brian's PS3, I believe. But I played through that. I liked it. I loved Mortal Kombat Armageddon, or was it? Yeah, it was Armageddon, right? I played that on the PS2, and then I really liked Deadly Alliance. Might be my favorite until recently. The new Mortal Kombat's are great. I had played the first Revelations on 360, which Resident Evil Revelations has the hardest boss battle I've ever. Like, out of all the Resident Evils, Norman and Resident Evil Revelations is insane. But I really like this game. And I played Raid Mode a lot. Raid Mode on Resident Evil Revelations 2 is like the best. It's you could call it a mini game, but it's not. It's such a great like arcade, like I don't know, it's so good. I played the shit out of it on here. Helldivers was really cool. Dak and I used to play Helldivers. It's kind of like a top-down co-op where you're fighting like it's kind of like Starship Troopers. Played that quite a bit. That was a fun game. I played the first 2 Dragon Age games on the 360, and then I did Inquisition on here. Great games. Speaking of games that have been released over and over again, I had Skyrim originally on the 360. I got it on the PS3, and then I just platinumed it on the PS4. And I almost platinumed. I guess I wasn't that close to platinum. I played it quite a bit on the PS3. I think I was 1 trophy away from 100%ing it on the 360, and I got all the Daedric artifacts, but I did something wrong to where I didn't get the trophy, and I went, fuck that. And I think I was working on Inquisition too. I think I was interested in getting all the trophies, and I killed all those dragons. There's like 10 dragons you're supposed to kill, and they're really difficult. And I killed all of them, and I didn't get the fucking trophy. So once that happens, it's like, oh, fuck this. I'm over it. Hey, Charlie, we're going over my profile.
Why?
Because if I'm done with this PS4, maybe one day when I get a PS5, I might change my profile.
Oh.
It's really not important at all, but I'm using adult language, so you should come back in a minute.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Was it Ninja Theory or whoever? This game's great. Devil May Cry. This is kind of out of the normal series. There's 1 through 5, and then somebody else helped with this one, and everybody lost their minds because Dante's hair wasn't white in it. Such a good game though. It's so fun. Are these the people who did like Ninja Gaiden or something? I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I don't know who. A really good developer made this Devil May Cry, and it was a lot of fun. I love this game. Alien Isolation was great. And then I think I was hanging out with my brother-in-law and sister. So these are my brother-in-law's games and Kelly's games. And then on my PS3, this was kind of the end of the PS3 for me. I played Shadow of Mordor, Hunted, The Demon's Forge was really fun. Played some God of War. Not a lot, it looks like. I've never beaten the original God of War. I don't think. Did I go back and finish it? I think I got pretty far. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't beat it on here. I definitely didn't beat it on here. Maybe I never played God of War 2. I think I bought this and God of War 2 didn't work. It really pissed me off. Anyway, I've definitely beaten God of War 3 and I liked the new one. Not the newest one, but the one before that. Deadly Premonition is this oddball PS2 originally, maybe 360. It's a really weird Resident Evil knockoff. It's like Resident Evil mixed with Twin Peaks or something. It's fun. They did a sequel a couple years ago, actually. It took a long time. This game was pretty old by the time the sequel came out. And it kind of wrapped up the story. And so I have Deadly Premonition 2 on my Switch. And I played those quite a bit. They're fun games. Aliens, Colonial Marines. I waited like 10 years to play this game because I love Aliens. It was and then the last game I was playing on the PS3 was Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain. Played the shit out of it. Great game. So then I got the PS4 around 2017, right? Yeah. February. I was playing. I beat this in February of. Or it was like the end of January when I got Until Dawn. Or no, I borrowed Until Dawn from my friend Vic, and played it quite a bit. So that was the first game I beat on the PS4. That was a pretty cool game. I don't remember playing it a whole lot. I think this was a free-to-play game. And then I would get on my PS3 still and play. I had the arcade cabinet. I got that purely for Ghosts and Goblins. It's like one of my all-time favorite old games. Berserk was great. This is like Dynasty Warriors, only with Berserk. And it goes through the whole story up to like the boat saga, which homeboy that made Berserk just passed away. So I guess they finished the story. Whatever. Great game. Probably the best Berserk game I've ever played. Every system, I get the Resident Evil games. I want to play them. It's convenient. They're usually cheaper. So I have Resident Evil 4 originally on the GameCube. I have it on. I don't think I have it on the PS2. I have it on GameCube, Wii, 360. Maybe I didn't get it on 360. I think I have 3 copies of it, so I got it on here. Uncharted 4 came with my PS4. Fucking loved it. I loved Uncharted 4 so much that I went back and got they released all 3 of the older version, the PS3 versions together as a trilogy. So I beat this probably pretty quick after Uncharted 4. Not a Rock Band fan. I know that's a popular game. I played it. It was played to death when I lived in the dorms in the Air Force. Everybody was always playing Rock Band. So I believe my profile was still connected on my sister's account and somebody was using my profile. I don't want this here. Why is this here? I don't care. Wolfenstein: The New Order was great. Between Doom and Wolfenstein, I'm out of the originals. I kind of like Wolfenstein. But Doom's great, obviously. So I think I got Doom first because that was a big deal around this time when the new Doom came out. And the game was compared to like Bruce Lee with a shotgun riding a skateboard or some shit. Basically, the point of this Doom was you keep fucking moving. And that sold me because I do not like Doom 3. Doom 3 is just a slog. Is that a word? It's so slow paced and it's not scary and it's boring. I do not like Doom 3. I got the BFG edition on the 360 and I was like, whatever. Love Marvel vs. Capcom. I especially love Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but 3 is great. We played that quite a bit. Mortal Kombat X is great. Played the shit out of that. I played Elder Scrolls Online for a little bit. That's this and Destiny were like the only 2 MMOs I've cared about in the last like 10 years. I played Diablo online and I think I played Call of Duty. As you can see, I'm not a big online player. I beat this. Brian and I played that for a little bit. We got the Morrowind DLC, which was the first DLC on here. And then I played the original for a bit, but I fell off pretty quick. I played quite a bit of Destiny with Brian and Anthony. Guilty Gear is a great fighting game. Bound by Flame. was a not so good RPG that I probably played for a weekend and then moved on. This was like I was playing this right around when Charlie was born, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, this is October 2017. Charlie's turning 6 in a couple days, so Strafe's pretty cool, little first person RPG. Or I mean first person shooter, my bad. Resident Evil. This is the original, or no, this is a remake of the original. Go away. Go away. You're not welcome in here. Go. Get. Stop bothering me. This cat. I have a cat and she's bothering me. Sorry. Remake of the original, so I have 2 copies of that, probably, maybe more. Oh no, I have 3 because I have it on the. I have Deadly Silence too. Well, no, Deadly Silence was the original on the DS. Whatever, doesn't matter. Ghost Recon. This is my first Ghost Recon game since the PS2 days, and I fucking love this game. I played it quite a bit. I think I did everything on the map. Well, I didn't platinum it, but I think I finished the story. Yeah, I completed all story missions. Yeah, it's a cool game. Friday the 13th, the game. You know what it is. Not a huge Mass Effect Andromeda guy, but I enjoyed it. It was better than people reviewed it. You know, like it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. Nier Automata is great. Lindsay got me that for my birthday. I beat it you have to beat it multiple times to get the full story. Pretty great. Original Devil May Cry classic. Got that on the PS2. I'm a Capcom guy if you guys haven't noticed. Fallout 4. Platinum that. That's the first game I platinumed, it looks like. Played the shit out of that. Yakuza Kiwami. I have that on the PS2. Great game. Beat that. Played some Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon's probably the girliest game I like, and I must have gotten Rainbow Moon for really cheap, thinking it was like Harvest Moon, but it's not. It's a weird little RPG that I played for a couple hours and moved on. Devil May Cry 2. Dragon's Crown's a really fun. I think it's Sega. Like it had a really cool case too. It's just a fun 2D. I don't know. It's just a fun dungeon. It's not a dungeon crawler. What is it? It's like a It's kind of like I love Golden Axe. It's kind of like that. It's like a 2D side scroller or something. I don't know. Evil Within 2. The night we brought Charlie home from the hospital, I bought the Evil Within 2 and I was playing that with my newborn infant laying next to me. Loved Evil Within 2. I don't know if we'll ever get a sequel to these games, so I know. Was it Trent Haga? Somebody had something to do with this game that I was like writing the story or something. It's good. It's a solid game. I actually think the Evil Within 2 might be a little bit better. That's hard. They're good games. Both games are great. Everybody told me to get Dying Light. I think is this the same people who did Dead Island? I like Dead Island. Or is it? I don't know. It's like Dead Island with parkour or some bullshit. I wasn't into it, to be honest with you. I don't think I played it very much, which is weird because I like zombie games, but that one didn't sell me. Everybody's Golf is great. Weird little Japanese golf game. Fun. Blackguards 2 is a really fun strategy RPG. You don't see a lot of strategy RPGs these days. I've been playing on my Switch. I've been playing, what is that, Tactics Ogre. I like Final Fantasy Tactics. And then when I was a kid, Shining Force 2 is probably my favorite RPG. It's so fun. I went back and beat the shit out of Shenmue, finally. I had that on the Dreamcast, never beat it, and I finally got it and beat it on here. Did not care for Shenmue 2, really. Little overrated, just going to say. Bloodborne, pretty fun. Not a big Dark Souls guy, and everybody's like, Bloodborne's a little bit more accessible, and I kind of felt like this is a game where I was going to have to grind and grind and grind. And I didn't want to grind, so I put it down. Final Fantasy VII, which I have that on PS1, and I beat it. Was this Final Fantasy VII was the third Final Fantasy I beat? My first Final Fantasy that I was really heavily into was Final Fantasy IX. I love 8. I've never beaten Final Fantasy 8. I played the shit out of 8 and 9 when I was a kid. And I think I beat 10 when I was probably a senior in high school, maybe a junior. And then when I was an adult, I was in the dorms and I beat Final Fantasy VII on the PS1. Metal Gear Survive is interesting. I think I made it to the very end of this game. And I did not play it online. It was meant to be played online. I just played single player, and I don't know why. I must have been playing some Sega on the PS3 around this time. I had the Ultimate Genesis Collection on PS2, PS3, and then I got it on the PS4, just so I could play my Sega games. Code Veronica, great game. I ended up getting Resident Evil Revelations 2 on the PS4. And I beat Revelations. I didn't get any achievements for it, but I beat the raid mode like this last summer, which you can see on here. What are we at? I guess I'm going to just review every video game I played for the last 10 years. Resident Evil 0 is great. I'm a Resident Evil guy, so I probably have every Resident Evil released on the PS4 is on here. Around this time, I got the urge to play some more Uncharted, so I'd be Uncharted 2. Stardew Valley is great. All my kids play Stardew Valley, actually. It's a fun game. Burnout Paradise is great. It's just fun. You just drive around the city and collect cool cars. What are you doing, bud?
Okay.
I'm almost done. Go on. I don't want you coming in here doing that. Go. Star Ocean Till the End of Time is a pretty cool RPG on the PS2. I got pretty far into it on the PS2. I did not get as far on the PS4. I must have gotten it on sale and was like, this might be fun. And then I always lose it. It's hard for me to beat like an RPG like this, especially like working full time and like, raising kids and like being married. I love RPGs, but like how much time am I willing to invest in this is, you know what I mean? It needs to be pretty terrific for me to be like, well, I'm going to stay up an extra 2 hours tonight and lose some sleep. Whereas, a 20-year-old PS2 game probably isn't going to hold my interest. I mean, it's a good game, though. I don't know if you're into Star. It's very anime inspired. So, and I'm not the biggest anime fan, but I do like anime. Like, I expressed that I love that Berserk game. So, obviously, like, there is anime that I do like, Another game that everybody told me to get, I liked Monster Hunter Tri. I think it was Tri on the Wii. I played quite a bit. But this one I played for a couple hours. I think my buddy Brian was really into this game, but it did not interest me. I played Call of Duty Black Ops 4 with Anthony and Brian for a little bit, maybe a couple nights. Didn't hold my interest. I don't know why, because I loved Black Ops 2. I played the shit out of it. Like I like Call of Duty. I guess I'm over it. I don't know. It's weird. Red Dead Redemption 2 is pretty high up there. Probably my favorite Rockstar game. I loved the first one, and this one just took that, and man, this was a game I put some time into, and I played for a while. I really enjoyed this game. Borderlands 2 is great. Brian and I played Borderlands with Dak for a bit. Fun game. I wasn't a big Borderlands fan. Brian actually got this for me to get me to play it because I was like, I don't know, man. And yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Bloodstained's cool. Bloodstained is from the dude who did Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I think you're a vampire. I don't remember. It's been a while. I think I played this in like 2019. But really fun game. Fun little indie game that I enjoyed for a time. Marvel Spider-Man, probably one of the best superhero games ever made. This took, up to this point, Wolverine on the 360 was my favorite superhero game. I guess this might be my new one. So fun game. And before Wolverine, I believe Spider-Man 2, like the Spider-Man video game from the movie, I think it's Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 was pretty fun and spectacular. Great fighting game, Battle for the Grid. Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. One of my friends bought this for me because he wanted me to stream it. How do I describe Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter? It's like a pervy game, man. You're schoolgirls. You're like cute little schoolgirls fighting zombies, which I like that. And I like that it has this arcade feel to it. But there was a mechanic to the game. I forgot what it was. I think you can literally like put panties on the ground and the zombies will go for your panties. There's something that I was like, I don't like that. It was a little too creepy. Like, I got some creep vibes from this one. I did play it a little bit. I remember it had like, it was fun to like, it reminded me of a game called Zombie Revenge on the Dreamcast, but it mostly just made me want to go play Zombie Revenge because Zombie Revenge is not like, I don't know, man. I'm there's somebody out there who this is their favorite game. I'm wondering who that person is. You know what I mean? And I got this in one Chanbara or something like that. I don't know what this shit is. This is a whole nother world of gaming that I don't think I want much to do with. If I'm being like, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I am kind of like, if you're playing a game and you have to put your panties on the ground for zombies and you're a schoolgirl, there's something a little fucking creepy about that. I'm gonna just be honest on that one. I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, you might be a creep if you're really into that game. Witcher 3, great game, did everything, I did it came with all the stuff and fun game, man. First Witcher game I ever beat. Not too many people played the original Witcher, I don't think. I think it was a PC game. Witcher 2 was fun, but I beat the first like chapter and then is too much, man. I think I started playing this. I was in the middle of custody stuff and there was a lot going on. I just started school. So I wasn't doing school and I wasn't doing court stuff and I wasn't going to work. I had a little free time on my hands. There's a lot going on. And so when I did want to rest, I was just playing Witcher. It kind of got me through a pretty shitty moment as an adult. So thank you, whoever made The Witcher. Not a big fan of the show, though. I have the first book. It was pretty cool. Devil May Cry 4 is great. Played that originally on 360. Love that game. There's that God of War. That was fun. Big Baldur's Gate fan. Like Baldur's Gate. I played that a lot when I was younger. I think Dak had that. The Forest was cool. Dead Rising was the reason I bought Xbox 360. I fucking love Dead Rising. So good. That's Capcom. So fun. They just put you in a mall and you can just kill zombies however you want. You know, you try different things. This is one of those games that you're gonna die a lot and restart a lot and whatnot. This is long. Sorry, guys. I wasn't like, I was just gonna show you guys some of my trophies, but whatever. We're almost done. Return to Arkham City. I did not play this version very much, but I beat it on the 360. It was my favorite Batman game. Onimusha is great. That was a PS2 game, Capcom. Resident Evil with Samurai. The Evil Within, again, I got that on the PS4. Want to play again. Death Stranding was great. Fucking love Death Stranding. Mega Man X is always good. I must have gotten Dragon Age on sale. These motherfuckers, man. You can see I got some doubles here. Got the Resident Evil 2 remake. Love this. This is my favorite out of the 3 modern remakes. No, it's my favorite out of all the Resident Evil remakes. Resident Evil 2 is my all-time favorite video game. And they did it justice, man. They did a good job. This is the first game I ever streamed, too. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I always said they need to make a Dragon Ball Z RPG, and they did it, and they did it right, and it was fun. Great game. These guys I think the people who made this just did a RoboCop game that looks really cool. But I'm going to have to get a new game system. I'm going to have to get one of the next gen. The game systems that have taken over. I think the PS4 is pretty dead. It's getting there. Dragon Ball Z Fighter or Dragon Ball Fighters. I think this is the people who do Guilty Gear. Played this quite a bit with Charlie's older brother, Adriel. Great game. Jedi Fallen Order was fun. I didn't play the sequel yet. I think I was going to maybe get that on a newer system. Neverwinter Nights is another one of those. It's BioWare, right? It's the dudes who did Baldur's Gate. They did Neverwinter Nights, and then they went on to do Dragon Age and Mass Effect, I believe. That's all this. I could be wrong on that. I feel like I played the shit out of this over in the Middle East. Persona 5, great RPG. I almost beat this, man. I think I'm like pretty close to that. I think I have like 2 like levels left or 2 chapters or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know. I should go back and finish that. It's a fun game. The best Final Fantasy ever. Final Fantasy X2. The Charlie's Angels of the Final Fantasies. Never got into Resistance. I think this came with Resident Evil 3 remake. Some Texas Hold'em. Final Fantasy 8 remastered. Daymare was pretty cool. Weird little Resident Evil knockoff. Injustice 2 from the dudes who do the newer. It's Warner Brothers. It's great. Injustice 2 is fun. It's just Mortal Kombat with DC heroes. And this version came with has the Ninja Turtles and like all these It's fun. I might like Injustice 2 slightly. I definitely Injustice 2 is definitely better than Mortal Kombat X, but it's kind of like I like switching between this and Mortal Kombat 11, which I played a lot of. Crystal Chronicles, which I had on the PS4. My wife and I played a lot of Tetris Effect. I'm getting tired. There's so many games left. Brian was trying to get us to play Spellbreak. I feel bad because I did not like it. Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. This is Sega, I believe. It's kind of like Yakuza, which I'm a big Yakuza fan, and I do like Fist of the North Star. Blair Witch game was fun. Days Gone is a wonderful Grand Theft Auto mixed with Dead Rising, like an open world Dead Rising. They're like motorcycle people. It was a good game, man. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get a sequel to this. I don't know if it did well enough, but it was fun. I played it quite a bit. Slayaway Camp is a fun puzzle game. That was a sequel to Shadow of War. I got that for free when I had PS Network. Vampire is a great game. Another free game that was available for a time. Played that, enjoyed it, beat it. Star Wars Bounty Hunters PS2 game, fun. Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. I want to beat this before I'm done with my PS4. I got Yakuza 6. I'm at the very end. And I also have Way of the Dragon, which I've been playing off and on for years. I don't know why I won't just beat it. Mortal Kombat 11 is great. Great Gundam game. Last Guardian, I fucking loved. I think The Last Guardian might be my favorite out of the Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, and all that. I like Last Guardian. It's a relaxing game to play. Not a big fan of Dissidia. I think I might have gotten that to play with David. Played this for 10 minutes, fell asleep. Probably a fun game. It was one of those free games. Fire Pro Wrestling's fun. Siren is a weird PS2 horror game, fun. There's that Sega for the PS4. Umbrella Corps is pretty cool. I didn't get too into it though. Actually, it's not. It was a total flop, to be honest. It was Resident Evil trying to be Call of Duty, but as a Resident Evil nerd, I enjoyed it. The Division 2, my brother-in-law got me this. Played it with him for a bit. This might be the last co-op game I was playing online. Love wrestling games. I don't watch a lot of wrestling nowadays, but wrestling and video games are so fun. They're fighting games that you can really like control, like the customizing and stuff is a lot of fun for me. Played through all 3 of the Mass Effect trilogy. Loved it. I streamed that. That's on this YouTube. Ghost of Tsushima was amazing. I platinumed that. Guardians of the Galaxy is great. I got the new Chrono Cross. Fun. I never beaten Chrono Cross, but I played the shit out on the PS1. Earth Defense Force is great. San Andreas is great. The Evil Dead game was great. This was from the people who did Friday the 13th, I believe. You guys can correct me in the comments. I'm not going to be, my feelings won't be too hurt. Assassin's Creed Origin was great. I played the original Assassin's Creed. It was cool, whatever. I didn't play any of the sequels until Odyssey, which I fucking loved Odyssey. I realized, Ubisoft is like, it's Ubisoft, right? I don't know, I'm tired. People who did Ghost Recon do Assassin's Creed, and I was like, oh, I'm going to check out Odyssey. I got it on sale. And then I was like, well, I got to get Origins. And then I got the Viking one, too. Beat God of War 3 like the last couple years. Darksiders is fun. I beat Alan Wake in the last couple years. It was fun. Mafia 2. Look at this trend. These are all older games. Diablo 2 Resurrected, older game. Played the fuck out of this in junior high. Final Fantasy 7 Remake was great. Wonderful. Loved it. Still getting an Xbox. Sorry, Final Fantasy people. I don't think that's coming onto the Xbox. The one that's really hurting me on not getting a PS5 is Silent Hill 2. I think it's going to be exclusive to the PS5. Divinity is a fun, like, if you like Neverwinter Nights and shit, and fun RPG. Resident Evil 7 was great. Jurassic World Evolution's a weird, like, little theme. I love theme park simulators like Roller Coaster Tycoon and Theme Park. So it's you make your Jurassic Park. It's top down. You control like the revenue and like how people are spending money. And if the dinosaurs get out, you have to deal with like the dinosaurs eating people. And so it's so fun. It's a great game. I played the shit out of that. Devil May Cry 5 was great. There's like a dragon. I just recently in the last year beat Devil May Cry 3 for the first time. I never beat Devil May Cry 3 before, but I beat it. Symphony of the Night, I just recently beat and streamed that. There's Odyssey. As you can see, I'll download Odyssey every once in a while and go back into that world. That's so good, dude. I probably played that like for close to like a year, just straight Odyssey, just being in that world. And I'm not big on Greek mythology. Like I'd probably be a little more interested in Norse mythology. I don't know, man. That game so cool. We got Arkham Asylum. First time I ever beat Arkham Asylum, and the first time I ever beat Arkham Knight. I just did the second one. The second one I really liked, so I went back and beat those. Played the shit out of Resident Evil Village. Loved it. Most recent. So I got 2 wrestling games on here over the last couple of years. So the follow up to Wildlands was Breakpoint. Played the shit out of that. So fun. This and Odyssey were probably my most played from that company. Final Fantasy 9, I beat that recently for the first time since I was like sophomore in high school, freshman maybe. Fatal Frame was fun. There's my platinum for Skyrim. I also platinumed that Terminator game. I think those are my 4 platinums. Love Disgaea. Grand Theft Auto 3 is classic. The reason I got a PS2. Rogue Galaxy is a fun RPG from the PS2. Serious Sam, PC game. Mafia 3 I beat and played quite a bit. I loved it. There's a bunch of Resident Evils. Final Fantasy 10. That was my second Final Fantasy I beat. I was playing Alien Isolation recently. Valkyrie Profile is a really fun PS1 RPG. Beat Lego Star Wars. There's some more Fan Pain. PS4. Been playing this off and on since I got the PS4. Last of Us Part 2 I beat when it originally came out, and I just recently streamed and beat it. This is underrated, man. Resident Evil 3 is great. I thought that was a good remake. It wasn't bad. In comparison to the Resident Evil 2 remake, it's very similar to how I felt about the Resident Evil 3 sequel to the original Resident Evil 2, which wasn't bad. It was fun. This is more of the Resident Evil 2 to me, and that was just more of the Resident Evil 2 remake. Legend of Dragoon, great. Legend of Dragoon, and this might piss some people off, I might like better than Final Fantasy VII. Just saying. That could be a controversial statement. We got Sonic Origins, Shadowrun. Had a little spurt of some Tiger Woods. I know it's not Tiger Woods anymore, but that's what you call golf games, Tiger Woods. Far Cry 6 was great. I've never beaten Doom Eternal, and the reason I never beat Doom Eternal is because Animal Crossing came out a week or 2 after getting Doom Eternal. I tried to go back and beat it again, and then I think I ended up playing Final Fantasy 15, which I hated. Final Fantasy 15 was so bad, man. It was not a good game. In fact, I haven't played Final Fantasy 12 might be the last good Final Fantasy as far as I'm concerned. This game sucked. I beat it. I don't know why. And the whole time I was like, very strong start, like extremely strong start. First hour or 2 of that game is great. And then as you go through it, it's just kind of like, this sucks. I didn't mind. The ending was okay. No, dude, that game sucks. I'm gonna stick with my guns on that. I recently finally beat all the third, so I've beaten all 4 Uncharted. The first Nier Automata is a sequel to Nier Replicant. They re-released it. These games are cool. These puppet combo games. Stay Out of the House is fun. I got AEW Fight for Forever. Callisto Protocol was great. Tiny Tina's Wonderland's great. Borderlands 3 is great. There's Final Fantasy 12. Quake 2 recently came out. I haven't gotten to put a lot of time into that. I plan to because I like Quake. Night at the Gates of Hell is really fun. That is my other puppet combo game. I probably don't need any more of those, but it's fun. I'm playing Far Cry 5 because I kind of skipped it. I've been streaming Resident Evil 4 and I've been playing a little Dark Cloud 2. I think I like the first Dark Cloud better. Holy shit, we did it, guys. So I just went over a million games that I've been playing for the last 10 years. Is that posterity? What is that? Why am I doing this? I'll never know.
I don't. So this is, I guess, what I haven't played any of these in a while. I wouldn't mind beating that. I definitely want to beat that. I want to play that. I don't care about beating that. I don't care about beating that. I'd like to beat that. I had a little spurt there, and then I got to the twins, and I realized I need to like level my shit up a bit better. I will never beat this. It's gonna take way too long. It's fun, but I'll never beat that. And then I'm working on hardcore mode. So if you give a fuck about my gaming stuff, which there's probably people who come to my YouTube for the gaming stuff, very few, and then there's a couple people who come for the other stuff, and you're coming across this and you don't care about video games, just turn the hit back and just watch something else. Like I have other stuff on here. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to like save from this. I have a couple of videos on my YouTube. It was a crazy Tetris round. Oh, here's some pictures, I guess. Does anybody give a shit about this? When I first got the PS4, we were regularly doing pictures to each other, but I don't think people care about these anymore. It was my cool horse on Odyssey, Ghost of Tsushima, and I had more pictures than that. Is that all? Yeah, there we go. My bike, I had the A10 Warthog decal on there, on that bad boy. My guy on Borderlands. There's my guy in Fallout 4. My shit for Metal Gear Solid. I got that Jehudi arm. What you guys know about Zone of the Enders? My puppy. There's my guy from Ghost Recon Wildlands. I didn't really co-op that, I don't think. I should have, man. It's designed for co-op. I just didn't. Everybody golfs. My guy's adorable. This was my background, like my image on the top for the longest time. There's some Destiny pictures. Oh, this was Elder Scrolls Online. It's a pretty cool picture. That was I think a hunter. That must have been my warlock. I mostly rocked with the hunter. Yeah, I had an Argonian online. My horse, my goat. I guess that's the end. And then as you can see, we've got a million streams. I played Fallout 4 recently because I never streamed that. Shut off, stay out of the house. Here's me beating Revelations. Shit like that. I played a little Neverwinter Nights online. Pretty cool. All right. I guess that's it. Let's see who's online. Kia, my brother-in-law's on. There's Vic. I don't know if Vic will ever see this. Where's she at? I worked with her at Maverick, and she let me borrow her copy of New Dawn. Uncle Henny is a really cool film director. I have a couple of his movies. There's Brian, David. There's Charlie's Brothers. There's Garrett from Mega 64. Look what my sister stole from me. That was my name on the 360, and I went to use it, and she stole my fucking gamer tag, dude. Like, my little sister jacked my gamer tag.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, buddy?
Can I watch TV in the living room?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
There's another director. There's my buddy. Yeah. I'm not super social with my gaming stuff, though, so I don't know. I guess I wanted to do a video because it's pretty cool profile, and nobody's ever going to see it unless you get on my YouTube now. I don't know. Yeah. All right. I'm going to play some Resident Evil 4. I'm fucking so tired of talking. So, y'all take it easy. Bye.
Everyone walk